I'm like 3 minutes from home, but
Oh, okay.
I can sync up with you guys. So no.
Okay.
You got it.
All right. So for anybody watching right now, we're watching Final Exam. It's available on Amazon Prime. And we're going to start it here in the next couple of seconds.
Yeah.
So we're going to do 3, 2, 1, play.
I guess I'm going no headphones. I didn't even think of that.
It shouldn't be too bad.
Throw on my headphones. Wow, it's an impressive logo for a movie that I bet will not be impressive.
I don't know. I have high hopes for it.
No.
I wonder if that's going to pick up on the recording, Max. And you can hear what it sounds like for us if you watch this YouTube video, because it's insane. You sound like a robot.
Yeah.
Max is driving, so he's got some spotty reception. It sounds kind of crazy. Introducing. So the very first credit is an introduction credit, which means nobody's in this movie. Ted, did you load the YouTube just in case people join on there?
Yep. I'm getting it together right now.
Sweet.
Although I do have to mute it. Otherwise, you're going to hear it back.
So we chose Final Exam because it's like finals time. Everyone's wrapping up school. It's the end of May. March College, midnight. Got some makeout action going on here. Hey, it's another 80s movie with a pushy guy.
Oh, great.
Amazing.
Not enough of those.
Yeah. Yeah, wait a minute. Let's back up here. She doesn't have to have a reason. I think that was reason enough.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure he'll die, so he'll get what's coming to him.
I think they'll probably both die.
Maybe.
There you go. Wherever you're at, Max, that worked now. Did you ever have a convertible?
We had a convertible Bug when I was like 2 or 3. It was orange.
Okay. A convertible Bug, huh?
Yeah.
Man, my lighting is real bad, isn't it? I'm looking at my screen. It's like, it looks weird. I'm backlit. I have no light over here at all. I should probably get one for over here.
It's not too bad. I think it's fine.
All right. I'll rectify it for the next bad movie night. It's the only time we're on video.
People are going to turn off in disgust because you don't have enough light.
That's it, yeah. Fuck this low quality video. We're out of it. I feel like people are quick to drop the L-bomb nowadays.
Yeah.
It used to be like a thing you didn't say at first. Now everyone says it immediately.
That seems convincing.
He looks like a cheapo version of what was the character's name in Night of the Creeps? Todd?
Yeah.
Was Todd the bad guy in Night of the Creeps? I can't remember his name.
I can't remember if he was the bad guy or not. Some feathered hair, man.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And plaid. You know, I would wear that shirt, actually. I like that plaid.
There's nothing wrong with a plaid shirt.
Was it a hook on the door?
Oh, let's hope so. The ducks? What?
Do ducks move around at night? Most birds don't, right? They don't have great vision.
Yeah, I mean, owls, but I can't think of any other bird that's nocturnal.
I think owls would be eating the ducks. I like the generic the team.
Yeah.
Who knows what that
Well,
means?
you did say quarterback, so I guess that's football.
Oh, okay. I guess we know it's football. Even see, I wasn't even paying attention for that. Why would you assume it was football player? How would they even know where you're at? Like, I don't get this.
I don't know.
What is his accent? I'm confused. He's got some kind of accent, doesn't he?
Kind of. Maybe it's one of those things where he's supposed to have an accent and it just kind of comes and goes.
Is it called bad acting? Is that his accent?
That's what I would assume.
What the hell was that? Holy shit. Was that like Michael Myers style where he just like looked in at them?
Yeah.
That's his instinct, is to draw. Holy shit, that guy's Superman. Oh my God. He just ripped him right out of the car. That was nuts.
That is nuts.
Max, you missed something crazy there.
Yeah. Guy pulled a guy out of a convertible top car and stabbed him to death.
In one motion, like professional wrestling style, like just one arm picked him up, body slammed him into the top of the hood, and stabbed him. Oh, what kind of college is this? Look at this place is destroyed.
Yeah. This looks like it should be in an Italian horror movie.
Oh, yeah. That girl, too.
If it was an Italian horror movie, her head would like get lopped off and fall out the window.
And then there would be a bunch of bugs around.
Yeah. And a lot of heavy metal.
You know what? I got no problem with Iron Maiden. Phenomena like blew me away with that soundtrack. The Iron Maiden in that movie was awesome.
Yeah, it's great.
I think this is like in the olden days when universities were like all really old buildings.
Yeah. I mean, it's the 80s.
Yeah, 81. This is early 80s.
Yeah. My mom was still in high school at this point.
My parents were graduated. They were like late 20s at this point.
Yeah, I think my mom graduated in 81. So.
Oh man, the hair in this movie is pretty nuts. The girls just have big poofy hair.
Yeah.
And the boys all have that same feathered hair.
Yeah, I mean, that's like my dad had that hair when he was in high school. Although his hair is like really thick, so it kind of looked more like a fro.
That's funny.
This looks like a college, like introduction to college video, like when they show you what college is going to be like.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Is like this looks like very classic university. It looks really old school.
Yeah,
like, there are buildings like that at my college, but they're all the ones that aren't used as like rooms anymore.
Classrooms.
They became like administrative buildings because they're much smaller.
Right. I'm sorry. Is his name Radish?
I think so. Oh, I did see that in IMDb.
That's crazy.
I'm looking right now. There's a character, Radish. He's like the main character. It looks like he's got second cred. He's got a interesting dialect. Who is he like? Vincent Price a little bit?
Maybe. I mean, yeah. He sounds like he's in a play. Like he sounds like
I look at like his delivery is really interesting too.
Yeah.
He's got is that a pocket protector he's rocking?
It is a pocket protector.
That's not a thing kids would know today. If I showed my students that today, they wouldn't know a pocket protector. There you go. You're back.
What minute count are you guys
on? Okay.
907, 908, 909, 910.
Sweet. I'm on.
Nice. You missed a rockin' like intro. You'll have to go back and watch it at the end. It was good.
Yeah. A good start.
Sweet van.
Yeah. All it needs is a dragon painted on this.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah. A dragon with like a barbarian fighting against it.
Yeah.
There's some comedian that said like if he went back to the Middle Ages, he'd get a dragon and paint a van on the side of it, which I thought was hilarious.
That's
But I
funny.
don't remember the name of the comedian.
Oh, look at how old school college this is. My God. Final exams. I get it. I still make my students separate their desk when we take tests.
Oh, okay.
They actually, I have testing position because I'm just super organized and controlling. So all I have to say is getting the testing position, and they all know what I mean by that. And they all separate out.
Wow.
And that guy is very prof.
Yeah, he is.
What's up, prof? With his mustache and his curly hair and his wool jacket. Yeah, hell yeah.
He's like
He's-
Donald Sutherland's
dude,
brother.
He's also
Yeah,
rocking
totally.
jeans. He's rocking jeans with that. That's
He's a cool-
exactly.
He's a cool professor.
Yeah.
Open collar shirt.
Yeah, he doesn't even have to stay for the final exam. The assistants will watch. Dude, his students look older than he does.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know if you can make that joke today about snipers
couldn't
on
make it
college
then.
campuses.
He's talking about a real
Wow.
school shooter, Charles Whitman.
Oh.
Wow, that is crazy.
So are they playing Radish to be the red herring here?
Red herring, or like the red herring, but then the psych out because he's the real killer. Because movies
Psych.
do that.
They still use blue books. My students had to do it at NIU. They still had to like
Oh, really?
go buy them. Yeah.
I never took a class where I had to do that.
Yeah, I did. A lot of history classes do that. Psychology did that a lot when you have to write essay answers.
Burn.
Wicked bird. I kind of burned some of my students, not my students, but like there was a relay race today and it was teams of 4 and my class was next to another class. And I looked over at that class. I was like, how's it feel to be second place already? And they hadn't even run yet.
Oh,
And they
man.
didn't get it at all. It went right over their heads. My class got it. And they were like, "Oh, wicked burn." And the other class was like, "What? We don't get it." I was like, "I'm just messing with you guys. Good luck, everybody. You're all good people." Sorry. I walked away. I'm such a dick.
At this point,
All right, if this is his girlfriend, I'm gonna freak out.
Yeah.
I was like, come on.
Well, it's got to be a TA. Is that one of his TAs? Oh, geez. Confident much?
Oh, jeez.
They are dating. What is happening?
I don't think they're dating. I think she's like hooking up with him.
Well, all right.
I like the chalkboard behind him. Like he's sitting in his office, like, I really want to do this chemistry equation right now, and I can't wait till class. I'm just gonna rip it out right now. I did bad in chemistry. That was a hard class.
I'm not good at that kind of science. I'm good at
I'm good.
life science.
No, I'm good at physics, but chemistry eluded me. I couldn't quite grasp it. I'm not down for experiments. I'd rather do like math formulas than do experiments.
She's been rubbing his earlobe the whole time.
Weird.
Oh, man.
Gross.
Hey, dude, he is full throttle machismo. This guy is going all for it. Like 100% confidence in himself here. He is no doubts that he is the hottest man alive and every woman wants him. That's his take on life.
Apparently.
Oh, man.
Okay, so here's what do we have a name for the killer? What's he called? A masked killer begins murdering students. So it's not, I don't see that he's like and they call him a psycho killer in the other one. So
Yeah. So far, he's just the killer.
all right. The pocket protector. Oh boy. God. Oh my God. This is in the day of setting bell curves. Like he's probably setting the curve and they're all pissed at him.
Yeah, exactly. The dude's shirt says "Wild Man."
Ugh.
You didn't see
Anyone
that?
who uses their breath as a like aggressive tactic. That's disgusting.
You can't just tell them what you want.
Bell curves. That's crazy. That's not a thing anymore. Even when I was in school, most teachers didn't do that.
Yeah, it was usually the older teachers that still graded on it.
Yes. Yeah. I'll say though, a lot of times if you graph the grades of your students, it typically works out that way. You get a couple A's and a couple F's, and most of them fall right in the middle. Oh shit. Oh, I thought he was gonna stab him in broad daylight. I was like, God damn it.
I knew it was the coach because he's dressed like every coach you've ever seen in a movie.
Yeah.
Sweatpants,
And
hat.
sweatshirt.
Whistle on a lanyard.
I don't think that hat quite fits his head properly.
No.
It looks very big.
What is happening?
I don't know. There is a lot. This is awfully weird, this scene. It's like half of them have Southern accents. That's what's wigging me out.
Yeah.
It seems very amateur.
What the?
What are you looking at right now? Are you still with us?
I think so.
It was like girls taking an exam. When he said what the, I was like, what the what? It's girls taking an exam.
Oh. Maybe a little ahead.
Oh shit. Yeah, I think you are, because now I'm looking at what the we're at what 1645. And there's a
Okay.
van filled with people with automatic rifles. That's what I'm looking at.
Yeah.
And ski masks, it looked like. That was oh my god.
God.
What is going on
Jeez.
here?
That came out of nowhere. Tab, what have you done? We can't show this. This is totally in bad taste.
I just thought it was a
I'm
regular
just giving you a hard
slasher.
time. I'm giving you a hard time. School shootings. I'm amazed this is on Netflix, to be honest. Or not Netflix, Amazon Prime.
This just took a crazy turn.
Yeah. This is
I had no
absolutely
idea.
the kind of thing that is all over the media right now, is a full-blown school shooting with automatic rifles and people in masks. It's like a team squad. He's graded his own paper during the chaos.
Yes.
82.
That's actually really smart. Good for that guy.
Oh my God.
What is happening?
I don't know. What are they kidnapping that guy?
They're taking the bodies.
Why? What the hell is that? What is the point of taking the bodies?
I don't know. And he's just shooting like
Yeah, he's just kind of firing out randomly. Well, that was unexpected.
yeah. I was not expecting that, guys. So sorry for anybody that was weirded out by that.
Tab, what have you done?
I don't know.
I'm giving you a hard time. It's fine. I really am. I don't care.
Yeah, I just thought
It just surprised me. It came out
I
of
just
nowhere.
thought it
That
was-
scene
Well,
just
yeah.
happened. And then Max, I totally get why you said what the now. I was
I
like,
know. I was like,
out of
"Does that happen
context, I was like, what are you talking about? The campus quadrangle? I believe it's the campus quad. Nobody calls it a quadrangle.
I didn't even know that's what that was short for.
I didn't
Quad?
either.
Yeah, quad is like four. Well, a quadrangle. It's
Well,
four.
I know
It's
that.
4 paths that meet, and there's a square in the middle. It's like usually forest.
I never put that together.
Oh, really?
I
I'm
just
mad.
was like,
I'm a math nerd. I freaking love it. I always quadrangle. We didn't have a quad at my college. It was too large of a college. I went to a large university, so we had multiple buildings. Every subject had its own building. So
Yeah.
We didn't
my
have a quad.
uncle-
Oh,
uncle had a
Oh, it was a joke. Oh my god.
What the fuck kind of joke is that? These people are demented.
No.
They just
That's-
thought they did a school shooting as a joke.
That's insanity.
And that one guy looked like he was 47 years old, by the way.
Oh hell yeah.
He had like a full-blown, like a
was a guy with
grizzled
a
man's
mustache.
mustache. Yeah.
Yeah. It was like Chuck Norris jumping.
Yes,
out of the ring.
basically. Yeah. Yeah, boy, they sure did fool me. I thought there was a school shooting. Good Lord.
How did they get that information out so quickly? It's not like they have
Yeah.
like social media.
Oh, we're going to see some Salisbury steak. That's always what's in the school
Maybe.
cafeterias, right? Yeah, I found my university's food to be pretty solid, actually.
I don't think I ate dinner at all when I was in actually like living at college. I would go to like the sandwich place
Yeah.
and get a sandwich at lunchtime, and then I just didn't eat dinner.
Yeah. Here's one salad. You want to sit here in one of the 1,000 empty seats in this place?
Right in the middle of the table.
Yeah. But seriously, it's bringing back memories. That's exactly what it was like in the cafeterias.
Yeah.
Old tables, just tons of tables set up, seats everywhere. You just sit wherever you want. We didn't have A1 steak sauce on the table though.
No, never had.
That seems like product placement, right? It's like right front and center. That's center screen.
Those tiny little cups do bring back memories for me though. Like a couple times I
Ugh,
ate in the cafeteria.
I hate the small cups because you got to refill them so often.
Yeah.
Tab, you've seen me eat. I go through a lot of drinks. I like my drinks. I'll go through like 4 or 5 drinks in a meal. How condescending.
So was the point of that to like distract from the final exams so people could cheat? Or
Oh God, I bet it
Wow,
was.
that was extreme.
Yeah, that's some
For-
crazy. Like, call it a bomb threat or something. At least no one panics. Like,
What the heck?
is that
Because I
a?
was still waiting to see, like, okay, where's the connection? But I guess it was just so they could get away with that exam.
And he gave himself an 86. At least he's
Yeah.
believable and not going for
Yeah.
the A.
do fraternities have shirts like that?
I bet pledges do. They make pledges do stupid shit.
Okay.
That still happens. I'll say there's fraternities. I mean, I still live in the town that I went to college at, so it's I see that kind of stuff, and there's still pledges out there and stuff.
Okay. Did you ever consider going into a fraternity?
Hell no.
Oh, okay.
No way. Do I seem like a frat guy?
No, but I mean,
Lord, no.
what?
Ah, a lot of feathering going on.
Yes. Yeah.
A wild man already annoys the shit out of me.
Oh,
That guy's nuts. Oh yeah, here, let's make jokes about pretending to kill ourselves or whatever.
I guess that's why he's called Wild Man.
Yeah, he's out of control.
Wild man. He's like the poor man's ogre from Revenge
Yeah.
of the Nerds, right?
Oh man.
Or
That's another one that I watched kind of recently, and like it is shocking how offensive that movie is.
Oh,
That
boy.
movie,
Yeah.
I watched it probably within the last 6 months, and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
There's no way I could like say this is a great movie anymore. It's a guilty pleasure. I love it. But I was surprised, like the whole "We've Got Bush" scene. I didn't remember that at all. I was like, wow, they show everything in this movie.
I know. And the Asian guy.
Oh, yeah. How horrifically stereotyped that is.
Oh my god.
There's also a lot of gay jokes in there.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh my god.
Booger is super offensive. I will say though, one of my favorite lines in that movie is "What the fuck is a frush?" That still cracks me up, Max. And you get my kind of humor. Like, "What the fuck is a frush?" is a great line.
Yeah.
Oh, frush is no good. You don't want a frush. Get the fuck out of here. Have you seen? You've never seen her? Oh my god. Without being horribly offensive myself, there's he's Japanese, right? Is he from Japan? That character?
Yeah,
I don't remember. There's a Japanese character, and Dudley Dawson, Booger, who's been in a bunch of stuff. I don't remember what his name is in real life. They're playing like poker, and the Japanese is like, "Oh, I've got a frush," and Booger's like, "What the fuck is a frush?" Just the way he says it cracks me up. I don't know, but that's a great line. It cracks me up. And I do happen to like the marijuana scene, the party. What do they call them? There's a super lingo name, like a 70s lingo for marijuana. What the hell do they call it? I can't remember. I know, because it's like, I know. Booger pulls him out of his pocket and he's like, he holds them up and he's got some ridiculous name for them. And I'm like, wow, I haven't heard marijuana referred to that way in a long time.
Or
Yeah,
he called the joints like something crazy.
Yeah. But it is a very offensive movie. It's super offensive.
I know. I have to admit, I laughed at that movie.
I know. I do too. And it sucks. I don't mean to say anything like I don't agree with the views present in Revenge of the Nerds. I might laugh at it, but there's a lot of jokes and bad taste there. It's our disclaimer.
That guy's rocking a serious beard.
So, am I right to assume that the teachers are as happy as the kids when it's getting this close to the end of the school year?
Well, you have two different kinds of teachers. The teachers that are really nostalgic and want to like, they're really like invested in their kids and they're going to miss the hell out of them. And that's like what they live for.
Yeah.
And then you have the ones that hate their jobs and just can't wait to be done. So like today we had field day, and I mean, I only have the elementary school perspective. I think things are a little different in high school or even college. But at elementary school, they're like little babies. You know what I mean? Like even my students are 11 and they're like 11, and I got a couple that are 12 right now. And we did a big celebration yesterday where it was like we shared memories of them and their parents were there and stuff. There were so many tears, and I'm not a crier, and I was just like, we should be celebrating that they're moving on to middle school. But there were so many tears. So it's two different things.
I could see how it'd be different too with younger kids.
Yeah. Tab, what about your mom? What does she? I mean, does she get sad around this time of year? Is she happy to be done?
I think there are students that she definitely will miss, but she looks forward to summer just because it's such a less stressful time.
Yeah. It's crazy. Tab's mom and I have the same job. We both teach the same grade.
Yeah. My mom teaches 5th grade as well.
Yeah. So her mom and I are both 5th grade teachers.
My mom was a teacher and then eventually ended up a vice principal and then a principal. So she's been in education her whole career.
Yeah. I will likely be a career man myself. Yeah, I don't foresee myself bailing. I do too. I think it's criminal how much money I make considering what I actually do. I mean, I work hard, but at the same time, it's not a hard job. The hardest thing is really how much it wears you down. Like you get worn out. You do. It's emotionally taxing.
I think any time that you're dealing with people and their issues and that can really be draining. It's very emotional. You get attached.
For sure. Yeah. And I think the people that are really invested in teaching, like they take it really personally when kids don't do well or they see kids that are struggling at home. I know my mom does, and I think Jacob does.
I'd agree with that too. I know my mom definitely, had, it didn't stop at work. There was always kids that she was visiting, you know, outside of hours, just making sure they were taken care of. And
I've done home visits. It's hard.
Yeah.
I went to a family last year. I mean, I guess I could say this. I mean, I haven't really talked about where I work or anything, but it was deplorable conditions, no doubt. We were doing a home visit. I was with a social worker and a principal, and the kids brought this cat, and they were excited to show us. And like, oh, look, it's our cat. And I turned and looked at this cat. I thought it was dead at first. I was like, oh my God. Its eye was like, yeah, like all jacked up. You ever seen hoarders, like the animal hoarders, people with those crazy cats? And then my principal reached over and pet the cat. And I was like, oh, I cannot believe you actually pet that cat. And when we left, I was like, I can't believe you touched that thing, because she's a germaphobe. But I mean, I felt so bad. I think my student was playing with like a Batman figure with no head and a G.I. Joe that had no clothes on. I was like, what is this? Like, where am I at right now? I feel like I'm in The Hills Have Eyes or something. What's going on here? I'm not even that far in the sticks, but
oh my God.
It's funny. I talk a lot of shit, but I really do love my job. I love the area that I'm in.
Dude, that part that comes through.
It does. I hope so.
You're just hilarious.
I've got some crazier stories of that. Some of them like are too close to where I live, and there's no way I'd be able to tell them without like my district maybe finding out. And, like, that's the last thing I need. Dude, this coach is creeping me out. He is creepy.
Yeah. Tight sweatsuit. That's not cool. Get out of here with that.
Dude, today, the freaking FBI would be arresting these kids. They'd be going to Homeland Security.
For real.
Like, this would be a big effing deal.
Get out of here. Yeah.
And it seems like the coach was in on it, which is even crazier.
Oh, shit. Police brutality.
Oh, boy. Yeah. You know what, guys? There's a lot of hair in this movie.
Well, I was going to say, he kind of looks like he's from the 70s. He didn't grow into the 80s very well.
No.
Who's that guy behind him? Is that like military? Oh, no, that's what
like
is
a campus security, I think.
Look at that outfit. Look at how short he is.
He's kind of like a custodian, security.
Yeah, he looks like a custodian.
Sailor.
But he's wearing a badge and a hat. So
yeah, it's like, what the fuck? He looks like a captain of a boat.
What's up, Skipper? That guy, seriously, he looks like he's out of Dukes of Hazzard, doesn't he? Like that. Yeah. The sideburns too are very dated.
Yeah.
Hey, Pete.
Pete, what's up, man?
Like Roscoe's brother.
See for a minute.
Are you gonna watch with us? We can tell you where we're at.
I might only be here for a few minutes. So.
Oh, sure. Just jump.
No worries at all. Thank you so much for sending your song. I loved it.
Oh, great! I'm glad.
Did you get to listen to it, Jacob?
Not yet. No.
Okay. I asked him if we could play like a little clip of it on the show, and he said yes. So I'm really excited.
His episode, which was awesome, by the way, dude. I think you're gonna be very happy with your episode.
Yeah.
You certainly were. Fucking, you did it again with the 70s. I can't stand how good the 70s are. And Long Weekend blew my mind. I freaking loved it. Well, can we ask while we have you? Like, that seemed to me that was the serious pick, and then Body Melt was like, "What the fuck is this movie?"
Yeah. Yeah, that was a serious one, and then Body Melt was like the crazy one. Yeah.
Dude,
which one do you like better?
Yeah, which one do you like better?
Long Weekend.
Oh, it's so good.
Okay, good.
Max, have you seen either of those, Long Weekend or Body Melt?
I've seen them both, and I have to say I was so fired up when I saw that you picked Long Weekend.
Yeah,
it's fantastic, and that movie really freaks me out.
Hell yeah!
Oh yeah.
We talk about it. We've recorded that episode, and like you can hear our tone in that. It's much like when we did Don't Look Now. Yeah. You know, the really great movies from the 70s. And then we switched to Body Melt, and we switch all of a sudden to, what the fuck was this? Her tongue got huge. This guy's penis exploded. What's going on in this movie? And then you have like that demented family that was way worse than anything on The Hills Have Eyes or Texas Chainsaw. Like, that was nuts. No, it was a great episode, man.
Yeah, fantastic. I really love Long Weekend, man. When I first saw that movie, I felt like I really had discovered a hidden cult classic.
Max, you may have seen more movies than both of us. Like you
for
usually
sure.
have seen every movie we cover. I had never even heard of Long Weekend. That part of it is because, like, in the States for sure, until this Blu-ray, I don't know that it would have been available at all. How did you see it?
I am just
resourceful,
a complete fanatic, and I'm just constantly looking for movies. I don't know.
Yeah.
And I just found it and found the DVD and was like, yeah, but it's not a movie that gets covered a lot.
No.
And
the Blu-ray is awesome.
Oh yeah,
they remade it recently. Did you guys?
Yes, they did. We talked about that. We didn't watch it.
I didn't.
Yeah.
either.
We did find it, and it was very low rated. Tab, what was it like?
0% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, the remake was 0%.
And you know what? That's kind of, for me, I was kind of like, I'm not even going to bother because I love the original so much. I don't even care.
Pete, are there still dugongs alive? Are they gone? Or are they extinct?
No, they're around still.
Are they still?
Yeah.
We weren't sure.
And I have to tell you, I loved that documentary that you suggested. I know I already tweeted you about it.
Yeah,
but
and you got to watch it. I didn't get to watch that documentary.
It was so
like,
great. It was just like, because they have people on there like Jamie Lee Curtis, because she was in Road Games, and Quentin Tarantino, and just it's called Not Quite Hollywood. It's awesome.
I got to check that out.
There's some great movies from that.
Yeah, we're gonna share like that documentary because it's available streaming, right, Tam? Like, how do you watch that one?
I watched it on a Amazon channel called Dot Club.
Yeah,
and it's like, I think it's like $1.99 a month, and there's some really good movies on there. But people can do like a free trial for 7 days, and even if they just watch Not Quite Hollywood, it's totally worth it.
Nice.
Pete, just a warning on your episode. We had watched Cabin Fever in the morning and then Body Melt in the evening. So we had, or Cabin Fever 2 in the morning. So we watched 2 horrific body horror movies all in the same day. So we were like, what is going on with these body horror movies? So much body horror.
Yeah.
But no, it was a great episode, man. I'm really excited. I hope we did those movies justice for you because there was great picks.
Yeah.
I watched Cabin Fever for the first time the other day. Actually.
Did you?
Oh, what'd you think?
I thought the first 30 minutes were a bit slow.
Yeah.
No one in the movie is actually very likable at all.
Yes.
Yes, definitely.
We just talked about that before you jumped on. We talked about how those characters are not, and I don't think it's intended for them to be likable, but yeah, exactly.
Well, it's a bit, it's a bit like Long Weekend. The 2 characters in that aren't really likable either.
Yeah.
So,
We talked.
Yeah,
we
that's
talked
something
about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That although I found Peter, who's the main character? Peter, right? Peter and Marcia. Marsha, right, Sam? I'm such a dick on the episode. I totally correct. I don't know if you're gonna leave it in, Tab. But she kept calling her Marsha, and it's like, it's Marcia. Sorry. I found Peter like really horrible man for sure. Yeah. But then like at the end, and we've all seen it, so like we all know what happens at the end. It's really sad that he just sits there overnight and like doesn't move until the morning when he goes to retrieve the body. And I'm like, oh man, like as much as he was a dick, I don't think he like hated her, and I don't think he wanted her dead. But good lord,
yeah.
Good. But I think Cabin Fever was fun, especially the pancakes bit.
Pancakes.
When Jacob told me that kid's hair was real, it literally blew my mind.
Wig. It's not a wig. It's his real hair. They have like a 3-minute like him in his dojo, like wearing like Tab, remember what Ranma wears? Like he was basically wearing
like
that.
Yeah.
He was wearing that, doing ninja moves for like 30 seconds with the hair, like his real hair.
That's crazy. I can't tell you how many times I've gone back and listened to the episode to where I say that Dr. Mambo has bad bedside manner, because the fact that you laughed at that made me so happy.
That was like one of the rare, like I was like, whoa, that was perfect. You timed it so well.
It just made me so happy.
It's weird. I haven't watched The Bay yet. Is that what it's called?
I think
The Bay, yeah.
You might like The Bay better, in my opinion. It's a better movie. It's found footage, but I think it's a better movie.
Yeah. It's on Shudder.
Yeah.
I got it on Google.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Google whatever it is for 99 cents or something. So
nice.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
Yeah, it's
totally
worth
that for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Except for the last scene, right, Tim?
Yeah, I mean,
It
that
doesn't
last,
seem to fit at all.
that last scene is rough, but I think the fact that it's so well constructed throughout the rest of the movie makes up for it. So
Yeah, definitely looking forward to it.
Yeah.
it's awesome.
And then, oh my God, we're doing the Creature next, guys. Creature from the
Yes.
Black Lagoon, the final
that's
Universal
awesome.
movie, and The Shape of Water is what we're putting it with.
Yeah.
Oh, what a good double.
Yeah. I am
It's gonna be
super
great.
excited for that one.
That's awesome.
Tab, can I show my Creature bank that you got me?
Of course, yeah.
I gotta watch out. I don't roll over at Kitty Pryde because she won't get the fuck out from underneath me. I hate that when I sit in this chair, she always like goes underneath me. Give me a second.
Yeah, that's why I lock my cats out, because they'd be all over they would be up in the camera and you wouldn't be able to see anything else.
Hold on, I got my headphones on.
Oh, is that a bust?
It's a bank actually, but yeah, it's a bust.
Cool.
The level of detail does not show up, I'm sure, but like this thing is insanely detailed.
Yeah.
For
Awesome.
what I mean, basically there's a series of them, and I don't know if you can see it behind me. Somewhere in that area is the Bride of Frankenstein. The same. There's the Bride, Frankenstein, Wolfman. I have over by my Wolfman stuff, and then the Creature. Those were the 4 that they made. Tab's got the color one. Is it accessible, Tab? The color Creature?
It's downstairs.
Oh, okay. All right. That's
so
fine.
I could take a picture.
Yeah,
and-
yeah.
and
Well,
post
yeah.
it.
When we do our episode, for sure, we can take a picture of that.
Cool.
But
Cool.
yeah, the
Love
color
black
one
and
is
white.
beautiful. I love the color one, but Jacob has a whole black and white thing going on. So
I'm going for
Nice.
the black and white aesthetic. Who has a picture of is that a picture of himself back there?
it might
I'll
be.
be right back, guys.
Yeah. Is that a monkey back there behind his computer? What is that?
Who, me?
Oh, no, we're looking at the on screen.
Oh, on the screen.
Yeah, yeah. There's a picture
He's
of a
got some
monkey.
awesome movie posters though.
Oh my God, look at those manacles. What is going on in this guy's room? Is that a bong? Is that a gigantic bong, or is that supposed to be chemistry equipment?
I don't. It could be either with this
It
kid. I
looked
think.
like a huge, like a 2-foot tall bong.
They're
Yeah,
mad because he called the cops. What was he supposed to do?
We watched Long Weekend twice. So I watched it. Did you get to watch it? I don't remember.
I watched it twice, but I didn't
Yeah.
watch it with commentary. I only watched
Okay.
like the first 20 minutes with commentary.
I watched it with commentary. It was pretty solid.
I haven't heard the commentary yet. I only just bought the Blu-ray a few weeks ago. So.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, it's good. The
It's good
transfer is
stuff.
really nice. Yeah.
My next thing that I want to get is a region-free DVD player, because
Oh yeah.
there's a lot of movies that are only available in other regions, and if I have that, then I can just watch whatever.
It's
Are
always
they expensive?
They're a little bit expensive, but they're not as bad as they used to be.
What'd you say, Pete?
It's always funny whenever I come to the States. I usually go once or twice a year. I always look at DVDs and Blu-rays. I'm like, I don't know. If some of them are not region coded. Like I
Yeah.
bought off eBay the whole Friday the 13th set, and it's not region coded at all, so it works fine.
Oh, nice. Nice.
I wonder, like, if it's a distributor that does it, and especially with Friday the 13th, I bet that would be like a region-free thing. I don't know.
It is here, so because it's not, you can't get half that stuff here, like the sets, the box sets and stuff.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense. That's
Where
too
do you
bad.
visit when you come to the States?
I've got friends that live in California,
Nice.
so I go there a bit. I've been to Boston a few times for work and things like that.
Opposite ends of the country, opposite coasts.
Yeah, exactly. I love Boston.
I haven't been to either coast. You're more traveled, so much more traveled than I am.
Yeah.
I think about all the places I've been. I've been coming.
Are you a big traveler?
a good traveler? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't. It's a long trip from here, but you get.
I'd
used to
imagine.
it.
Yeah.
It's 14 hours, but
Yeah.
you get used to it. You just watch movies and snooze.
Yeah. Yeah. My dad traveled a lot because he was in the military, and he said, but at some point he got to the point where he could just sleep anywhere. And he was on a military plane, so it wasn't like a regular
Yeah.
passenger plane, and he would just go sleep in the back.
Yeah, it'd be nice if I could do it a bit more in economy. It's really hard to sleep in economy class. So.
Yeah, I bet.
That's all I've ever flown. So when you said sleep, my mind went to like, I could never sleep on a plane. That would be so hard.
Hmm.
I've
I
only
had-
flown 2 hours though. I've never had a long
Oh,
flight.
really?
Oh,
I had-
really?
Just to Florida. That's it. When I go visit
Okay.
Annie.
Yeah.
I had a trip from hell once. I flew from Sydney to LA, and then I just did a layover in LA. And I thought, okay, I've done 14 hours. My mate met me at the airport. We thought, what will we do? We'll go to Disneyland for the day. So I went to Disneyland for the day. And then I got on an overnight flight at 10 p.m. to Boston.
Oh, my God.
And I
Did you sleep at all?
I thought I'll sleep on the plane to Boston because it's a 6-hour flight or whatever it is. And I thought I'll sleep on that flight, and I'll be fine in the morning. And I got on the flight, and there were 3 girls sitting across from me who decided they were going to chat and drink the whole way.
Oh.
And I didn't have any sleep whatsoever. I got off the plane at 6:30 in the morning, and I was just a wreck because I'd been, I think, awake for more than 24 hours by then.
Oh my gosh.
And I went into the hotel, and the hotel room wasn't ready, of course, because it was only early. But
Yeah.
they gave me somewhere to go and have a shower and stuff. And I went out, and I was supposed to meet some workmates for dinner that night in Boston. And I went out for lunch. I thought I'll just go and have something to eat. And I sat in this cafe, and I was eating lunch, and had something for dessert, and I was just sitting there relaxing. Next minute, the waitress comes up, she taps me on the shoulder, she goes, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" And I'd actually just fallen asleep. She thought I died or something like that. It was quite.
I was going to say the jet lag alone must be nuts on that trip.
The jet lag. Well, the jet lag coming from here to there isn't too bad. I always feel it worse when I'm coming back.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
But yeah, the trick is to stay awake until the evening.
Yeah, yeah. It's
But
the
as
same
soon
as
as-
staying up overnight. Tab and I are overnighters once in a while. We have to pull all-nighters. You can't
Yep.
sleep, not even for an hour. It might seem like a good idea, but if you do it, it's way, way worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm getting to the point now where it's really tough for me to do overnighters. Like I can do it, but what if I try that, then I'm just a wreck for the rest of the day.
Do you feel kind of like this guy that's tied
Yeah.
to the tree right now? We're watching this movie, kind of, and the guy just like a rush just got tied to a tree and assaulted. They stripped him nude, doused him with ice water, shaving cream, and now
Yeah.
they're threatening to blowtorch him. What is this?
Is that
It's all in
whipped cream?
good fun though, right? But
I think it's shaving cream, but it must be
Oh.
whipped cream. Put his
is he
whole
bleeding?
But he's kind of like cut up too.
Yeah, it looked like he was bleeding.
Dude, my neighbor just called me over and he handed me like a couple cheesesteaks over. the
Oh,
phone.
nice.
Cheesesteaks.
Look at that.
Are you West Coast, right?
Yeah.
What's a cheesesteak like on the West Coast? They
Well,
solid?
He's doing it right. He's
All right,
just
all
Oh,
right.
all right.
straight
Well,
up peppers and onions and
yeah,
cheese.
if it's homemade, I guess it would be good. I can imagine going to a restaurant in California and it's like made out of soy or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh
that's what I
God,
was
believe
thinking.
me, there's places here where you'd go and you'd get like a tofu
Yeah.
with like sun-dried tomatoes and
Yeah.
some bullshit, but there's some good spots.
Oh, I'm sure. Well, yeah. I mean, California probably has everything.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, we do. There's some things that I could do without.
They have In-N-Out. That's good.
In-N-Out
In-N-Out.
burger. Yeah.
I've never had In-N-Out.
I've never had In-N-Out either.
Oh, we do.
I
have
lived in
In-N-Out.
California, but I was only 4,
Yeah.
so I don't remember it very well.
Not,
It's
not
like my
too
first stop
shabby.
when I get off the plane almost.
I think
Oh.
Chicago, what we've got is Portillo's. Portillo's is still regional to Chicagoland, right?
There's
think
one
it
in
is.
Wisconsin, I think.
Do they have one in Wisconsin? I think there's one in Florida as well. Portillo's does really solid hot dogs. They do like Chicago style hot dogs.
Yeah, I got to try
love
a
that.
Chicago style hot dog when I was out visiting Jacob. And then I've had a couple since then because there's a food truck near my work that will show up sometimes. I follow
yeah.
them. I follow them on Twitter,
Looking
so
at
I
the
know.
map. Here's the map of Portillo's. I can screen share. Technology, I fucking love it. So that it's all here in Chicagoland. There's a couple in Minnesota, one in Florida, Arizona, and there's a couple in Cali, Southern Cali, though.
Oh, no way. We used to have a Friendly Fred's, but it closed.
Oh.
Yeah. Friendly Fred's hot dogs. But that's
Chick-fil-A
where I
was
had-
another one that we never had out here until very recently.
Oh, a Chick-fil-A?
Yeah, we never had those in Illinois until
Yeah.
kind of recently.
We just started getting those around here about a couple
Oh,
years
really?
ago. A couple of years ago. I still don't have one. We still don't have one in the city where I live.
We got them pretty early on in Denver, and like people were all about it. And I was like, it's okay. It's a chicken sandwich with a pickle on it, you know?
Yeah. That's where I first had it. It was in Denver. I've got cousins. I was staying with my cousins. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
I love Denver, man. I want to move there.
Oh, yeah, you and everybody else.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Denver's blowing up right now.
I know,
everyone's going crazy.
It's beautiful there. It is. I miss the weather for sure.
Yeah.
And then I also miss just the scenery.
Yeah.
Is it hot by you right now, Tim?
Oh, it's so hot. I'm probably sweating. You could probably see it.
Yeah, I'm running my air. I never do that when we record, but I'm running it right now because I can't go without it right now.
Yeah, I've got a little fan on, but it is hot.
It's like 88 here in Illinois.
It's hot and humid. I can't get over that because I lived in Colorado so long. When it gets hot there, it's just really dry. And being here where it's humid all the time, it's like, oh my God.
I can't take my eyes off Wildman right now. I mean, did you see what he just did?
No.
So he put on his sweatshirt, then he sprayed on deodorant, but on top of the sweatshirt.
After the sweater was on.
Sprayed it in his mouth.
Oh, that's horrible.
Like a little breath freshener.
Oh, gross.
I don't think deodorant doubles as Banaka.
Yeah, no. They left this guy tied to the tree.
Bleeding and assaulted. We haven't seen a kill, right? What's going on? How far into the movie are we?
We've seen the kill in the very beginning. No kills.
I didn't skip over some, did I?
No.
50 minutes in and we've only had one kill so far.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's a good thing we did this for this and not for an episode.
Oh, it's the custodian.
I really should watch this movie somewhere.
It sounds nuts.
Yeah,
I probably saw it in the 80s at some stage.
It's 81. It's an early 80s. It's a weird movie, I'll say that.
I would have been probably 18 or 19 then. Yeah.
And there hasn't been one kill, right?
No.
Yeah, it was the one in the very beginning.
Yeah, Max, you got gypped out of that one. You haven't seen that?
I missed that, and I missed it.
That was a great kill, though. I will say it was a great kill. That was awesome. Oh my God.
The custodian just poured alcohol in
what an asshole.
What the?
Because they dumped ice into his underwear.
It's got out of
which
the
I don't think
now.
that would still be in there.
No, I'm pretty sure body heat would have melted that by that point. That was in the middle of the day they did.
Yeah.
Movie.
All right, I'm going to head out and have some breakfast and do some shopping. How exciting.
That's crazy. Is it morning there?
It's about 11 a.m.
That's crazy.
I forget. Pete, thanks for showing up, man.
Enjoy your day.
Yeah.
See you guys later.
Take it easy, man.
That's so crazy, right?
Yeah.
I love the fact that we have listeners from all over. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, that's very cool.
There's a guy that hosts a horror comic podcast that joined Patreon, and he's in Taipei.
Oh, dang.
And his podcast is fantastic, by the way. Everybody go listen to it. Long Box of Darkness. But just the fact that we have a listener in Taipei, I'm like, oh, that's so awesome.
That is awesome.
Andrea messaged me on Twitter. Also, she says hi to everyone. She's watching it, looks like, on YouTube.
Oh, awesome. Hi, Andrea. I don't know how to pronounce your name.
I always say Andrea. I know an Andrea, and that's kind of why I say it that way. And she told us we could say it either way, but you have to pick. It's your name. What do you want to be called?
Yeah. I have a stepmom named Andrea, so that's how I'm used to saying it. And then people are named Andrea. I don't know. Playing the solitaire the old school way.
I never learned solitaire.
Really?
I never did. I don't know how to play. I don't know many card games, to be perfectly honest. I don't know solitaire. I know the rules of poker, but I don't think I'd be very good at it. I don't know really the rules of blackjack. I mean, I know how to play it, but I certainly don't know, there's certain cards you just don't, what is it, tab? What is it when you want another card? I don't even know what it's called. That's ridiculous.
I don't either.
Yeah.
I think you say hit me.
Hit me, yeah. There's certain cards you don't hit on and stuff. I don't know that stuff. I've never gambled a penny in my life. I don't even bought a lotto ticket ever.
Really? You've never bought a lotto ticket?
That's like throwing money away. That's ridiculous. The odds are so astronomically.
Well, of course, but you've never even paid $1 for a lotto ticket?
No. mathematically, that's just giving away $1. I can't justify that.
I think we've done it a couple times.
When it's like big numbers.
When it's big numbers, but knowing that we're not going to win. And then I always get, I don't know. And then we get scratch tickets in our stockings at Christmas time.
Okay. I can see that. I've never bought them for anyone, but I've received scratch tickets and I'll scratch them off and win nothing or $2. And I usually, I either give them to cash and keep the money, or I forget to cash them at all. So
I've never won on a scratch ticket.
Yeah. Man, this movie is like, I can see why this didn't take off. I'll say, there's no action in this movie. There's a lot of mystery.
Gonna kill a bunch of people at the end.
Yeah.
Is that what's gonna happen?
Maybe there's.
Because I watched the trailer for this, and there are a bunch of kills.
Okay.
Hey,
Ryan made it. What's up, man?
A lot of build up here.
Oh,
here we go. Here we go. There's a kill.
He just got killed. All right. 51 minutes or 55 minutes into the movie.
Yeah, Ryan, you didn't miss much. We're watching the first kills right now. Except for the one in the very beginning. But
yeah, there was one in the very beginning and one 55 minutes into the movie.
Yeah, we're at 55. I'm at 55, 31, 32, 33. What is she wearing? Is this a formal event?
I think she's going on a date with her hot teacher.
Showing cleavage down to her navel. Wouldn't the blood be all over the ground?
You would think so.
There's a lot of stabs.
It's dark.
That's true. Ryan, did you see my tweet today? I'm going to watch Cowboy Bebop this summer. I'm going to. It's crazy. Those Adidas look the same as they do today.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They haven't changed.
Oh, did you see that? That guy's way up in there in the distance.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
He's standing up there. Oh, yeah. Then they focus in. That's kind of creepy, actually. That's probably the best shot in the movie, in my opinion. The movie is kind of well shot for being as crappy as it is.
Yeah, I mean, it's not badly made. It's just like, I have no idea what's going on. Killer is biding his time.
Jacob, have you seen Samurai Champloo?
No, I have not. I've heard of it, but I haven't seen it.
I'm about halfway through that right now. A lot of people, they're like, oh, is that better or Cowboy Bebop better? So far, it's been awesome, but
yeah,
I wouldn't say it's better than Cowboy Bebop. That's really awesome.
I have everything, and I went and the movie showed up at my local Walmart in the $5 bin or something like that on Blu-ray. So I was like, yoink, I'll grab that, I guess.
Yeah, that's excellent.
So I've got the whole series ready to go.
Nice. It's great.
No, I'm not lying.
She just thought she'd play piano for a while before her date.
While you're watching this,
I'll just relax with some Mozart.
Man, that looks like the size of my high school gym. That is a very small gym. NIU spent something like $7 million building their convocation center for the basketball team.
Wow.
4 or 5 years ago, the NIU basketball team got a record for the lowest points scored in a game in the history of college basketball.
Whoa.
They were actually I think they scored 3 points in a half of a game, 3 points total. They missed 30 shots in a row or something insane like that. They were so bad, they couldn't even give tickets away for people to go see them.
Wow.
I think they're better now, but I don't know. I don't really follow sports. This reminds me of I've seen something. What is the movie with the ice skating rink where someone gets killed in an ice skating rink at nighttime? I swear I've seen that in a movie.
I don't know. That sounds awesome, huh?
It's like this where it's all dark in there. It's almost like they didn't start with the shot in center frame, and they're like, "Oh shit, move the camera down." I was surprised you didn't audibly hear the filmmaker go, "Oh shit." That actually would have been better. I think Wildman's about to meet his demise here.
Yeah, I think so too. Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah. Okay. So I do like. What the hell?
What?
Oh wait, that's not a killer, is it?
I think it is.
What the fuck was that? His teeth? Oh my
I think
god!
so.
No way.
I think that's
never
what it's
seen.
supposed to be.
No, his teeth are in his head. That can't be his teeth. That's nuts if that was his teeth.
What is it then?
I don't know. I like the pose of the killer, though. That's really cool. It's got like a very iconic silhouette, much like The Burning.
Yeah, it's kind of disappointing when you see him.
Yeah,
like,
he's just a dude.
Yeah, he's like a kind of like a schlubby dude with
He's
a bad haircut.
Wrong, though. Like he's just wrecking house here. Wildman charged him and screamed. I've never seen that tactic before, honestly. Oh, into weights. Oh, is this gonna be like a Toxic Avenger kill?
Yeah, or Death Spa.
Oh my god. I barely remember Death Spa, Tab. I was thinking about it. Well, it got brought up recently, and I could barely remember some of the kills in there. I know one of them is the arms get ripped off on that.
Right.
I remember that, but I don't. Dude, this is Toxic Avenger, I think. Oh no, he's choking him with it. I thought he was gonna have it go through his head. Hey, I think we've heard. Is that Ryan? We've heard you the whole time. We heard you talking to someone earlier.
Where is this lady?
Huh? Look, that guy is not in college. Look at that
like
guy
40.
on the left. That's absurd. Oh, look at the tissue cover. Like a box tissue cover.
Come on.
Look at that alcohol. It's like,
who has a glass like that in their dorm room?
even if you were 21 in the dorms of my college, you couldn't bring alcohol because there wasn't.
Oh no,
because you were still like in the dorms. That was like a dorm rule.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was where they sing and do, Baroque fruity things.
Love you.
Okay, so pretty amazing.
Snuff somebody. I haven't heard anyone besides a mobster say that.
Yeah.
Snuff him out.
He's not even drinking that. What is the purpose of that giant like fan thing?
That's like a real thing though. Like, don't they use that? Like that could be used, right? Like in
it can, but why?
America, right?
But why would you have it hanging in your dorm room? Is this like 70s decor?
I've seen so many things used as decor that are not decor. Oh my god, Tab! I watch American Pickers. They buy so many things that are like that could be right on someone's wall. Like what? Why would a spring be on someone's wall? An old rusty spring. The other day I watched them. They bought an engine. It was like a motor checker, like a diagnostic thing you would plug a motor into in like the 70s. And they bought $400. I was like, you're out of your minds. What is up with you two? I can't believe there's still final exams. After what's been going on at this university, it's absurd. Call the finals off.
Well, technically, there's only been a fake shooting as far as they know.
True. That was still pretty traumatic. I think a fake shooting today would be enough for them to shut the university down.
You'd think so. Oh.
When the shooting happened at my university, they didn't do the rest of the semester. They
really?
That was it. Yeah, that was done. I think you had the option of coming back, but a lot of them did not come back. Look at she's got a picture of her professor there.
Oh, she must share the room with that other girl, right? Or is she dating him too?
That's totally his headshot, by the way.
Oh, 100%.
I got so excited when I saw that. This guy is so weird, by the way. He's like one of the weirdest characters I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Physical Education Center, aka the gym. Try to church it up. Let's do some trivia. It's time.
Okay.
We've hit that point. This is what we got first for final exam. There's quite a bit, actually, believe it or not. There's more trivia for this than movies that we've watched.
That's crazy.
Wild Man is named after one of the characters, like that. An executive producer was Wild Man when he was in college. The scenes were in an abandoned dormitory, so that's why they look completely destroyed.
That makes sense.
And this one I don't get. Tab, you're a little more wordy than I am. Writer, director. Well, no, I mean, you know words more than I do. You know more obscure words. Writer, director Jimmy Huston came up with the name Radish by doing a variation on the word nebbish. What does nebbish mean?
The nebbish is like Woody Allen. Like Woody Allen is the.
Okay, you know what? That's pretty astute. I'll say they kind of got that one right.
Yeah.
The scene where that guy is hazed was based on a real event from one of the filmmakers.
When they would do a murder scene, the cast and crew would sing "Another One Bites the Dust." That's hilarious.
Good bless me. That was a really probably a really popular song at that time.
Yeah, I want that played at my funeral. I think it would be hilarious.
I don't know what I want played at my funeral. I'd have to look at my playlist on Spotify. I bet it's something on there. Oh, I want the theme from The Highlander, the Queen one, Who Wants to Live Forever, Princes of the Universe. Maybe that one.
Yeah. All right.
There's a DVD commentary for this movie. I guess they like this got a solid release.
So apparently, when Wildman gets killed, he almost was really strangled by that weight machine.
Oh shit! Where are you finding trivia? That's not the same trivia. Are you on IMDb?
Yeah.
Oh, disastrous mishap. I see. I got you.
Yeah.
Oh, you're in the spoiler section. I didn't go into the spoiler section.
The body count, I'll say right now, is a lot higher than I expected it to be. So they must go ham at the end.
Yeah. Dude, we're down to like 15 minutes. There's a lot of walking around in dark locations. Danger, do not enter. I think that means don't go in, would be my guess, but
yeah.
Look at that old trash can. She had like a giant bullet.
I used to have a trash can like that with silver.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I never did. Where is he going into Freddy's nightmare? Like this looks like this.
Why is there red lighting?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It looks a lot like the Freddy movies.
Holy crap!
Oh, there we go. Surprise, you're dead.
Is this like Anton Chigurh? What's happening here?
Yeah, for real.
Oh,
you weren't kidding. Like this is like a Italian horror movie.
He stabbed that other guy so many times, but went with the single stab on that.
Yeah.
guy.
And
got him right in the heart.
Physically assaulted the other guy, beating the crap out of him with his fists.
Yeah.
It seems like they're all going to the same location, and he just has to stay there and wait for them to come.
He's like the Pied Piper.
Yeah, for real.
Oh,
Look at what was that? It wasn't
know.
teeth. That cannot be teeth.
What else is it gonna be though?
If that was teeth, his entire mouth just exploded all of the teeth out at once.
I don't know.
That's
Ryan says
nuts.
he's gonna be on the Chesapeake Bay tomorrow. I will wish you luck,
Oh.
Ryan, because that's crazy. Don't be drinking any of that water.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm watching this show, and it's a widescreen movie, and literally the part that is covered is the chat. Ryan's been talking the whole time in there. Ryan, I'm sorry, man. What do we got? All right. When did you send me a Spotify list? Did you send it to my DMs? I don't remember you sending me a Spotify list. I'm looking for my phone. I don't think I have it in here. I think it's in the other room. My main Twitter. All right, I'll check on there. Don't drink the water. Don't let it go in your mouth when you go to the Chesapeake Bay. Is it that bad? I mean, honestly, like that, it seemed to be based on some level of reality. It's not that bad. God, payphones. My God.
Like the guy in the locker.
Yeah, he just had to like kind of crouch there.
Yeah.
So the dead zone thing is probably true then. Like
Oh,
40%
yeah, I think
dead zones.
Barry
Yeah.
Levinson said that, right?
Yeah. That is kind of funny that he's just like hanging out there and right behind him.
It can't be easy to stand like in there.
Yeah, it doesn't look comfortable at all.
And he'd have to stand still. Like he couldn't brace himself on the locker
Yeah.
or anything.
I can't tell where his legs are at. They're like in there, I think.
You know, I think he's actually sliding down a little bit. Like you can't hold it.
I think that's why they shifted him
They
over
did.
to the other side because they're like, he can't stand up anymore, so you're gonna have to go over here.
That's so good.
Ryan, which Phantom of the Opera is she watching? The OG?
Oh, man. That's so nice.
Okay.
Oh, the musical.
It's funny because when we watched the original, I actually had zero interest in watching that musical version.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the musical version.
And I'll also say I did not realize that that was where the mask came from. Like I didn't know
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Like I was expecting there to be a mask the whole time we were watching. I don't think I admitted that, but I
Oh,
was.
really?
Yeah, I didn't know.
No, it's just the musical.
Tab, that was so early on. I mean, think of all the movies I've seen since then. Like I'm kind of more in the know now than I was.
Yeah.
And I had
Yeah.
seen a lot of movies then, but not the old ones like that. And I kind of was expecting that. I'm not gonna lie. And then I was blown away by how much I like Phantom of the Paradise, which Tab got me like the nice Blu-ray. I think it's also
Yeah.
far away for my birthday.
So good. I love
I
it.
could love that movie.
I do too, man.
I think it's better than Rocky Horror, but I know a lot of people disagree with me on
Yeah,
that.
we haven't touched Rocky Horror yet.
If we do Rocky Horror, we're gonna have Lewis on because I know he's been like,
That's a big thing.
well, he's been in the Shadowcast, so we would at least want to talk to him about that.
Did you see that Joe and Drew did a tier where they get to pick an episode?
They did.
And
They
I told-
did.
Well, I think it was Joe more than it was Drew. But
Right.
the Godzilla podcast supported us, Ryan. I think you're familiar with the Final Fantasy podcast. I think maybe I've talked about it. I've talked about it enough that probably most people know Ultima Final Fantasy because I talked about it so much. The Godzilla podcast, we've talked about them a lot too. They went on our Patreon, so.
This guy is just running.
Legend
Oh, man.
always struck me. Oh, through the wall. Holy shit. That noise at the end there, that little
That's an old school pop machine.
yeah. It reminds me of the coffee machines where you press the button and the cup falls down and then the coffee comes out.
My grandfather had one of those pop machines in his garage for a really long time.
You know how I can tell she's an art student?
She's got art everywhere.
She's got nude paintings everywhere. That's what art students do, right? They only do nude paintings in college.
Yeah.
In college, yeah.
That's it. I was too young to remember those. I do still remember the cigarette machines, but I don't remember the coffee machines. I think there's actually still cigarette machines in my area. My area is pretty old though. Like it's my apartment itself is like, I think the foundation is 130 years old.
We went to some restaurant in, I think maybe it was in Stoughton that had a cigarette machine.
Yeah, like the pull knob kind. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tab, don't let me forget to click on the link Ryan sent us.
Okay.
at the end when we're done. Because if I click on it, I think it's going to kill my Amazon or my video here.
This is so late in the movie to have nudity.
Yeah. By now, most people would have checked out.
Yeah.
Although we did get a serious escalation in the kills all of a sudden. What is she doing?
She just curled up in a satin sheet and like went to sleep. I don't know, man.
Look in the same pose as all the paintings.
Oh yeah, true.
And I had a can of Diet Dr. Pepper today, and I was like, oh, I forgot how tasty Diet Dr. Pepper is.
Gross.
It's so good.
No, it's disgusting.
It
What are you
tastes the
doing?
same as Dr. Pepper. It tastes delicious.
It does not. You were insane.
I actually don't know that I've ever had regular Diet Dr. or
Yeah.
regular Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, because if you had it, you'd be like, "Oh, okay, this is so much
way
better."
That's your drink of choice, right? You like Dr. Pepper, don't you?
Yeah, I'm trying to get off it again.
Yeah. Well, what are you drinking there? That looks like an energy drink.
It's not. It's
Okay.
like a apple soda, but it's supposed to be healthy. It's not healthy. Let's be real.
It's an apple soda. I drink aqua water, so mine was healthy. But I'm also super dehydrated from all day. So.
Yeah. Yeah, you're
I
like
don't-
verging
I
on
don't-
sunburn territory.
I don't
so.
think I'm starting to get it. I'm feeling it now. Yeah, I'm feeling the heat. I don't think Radish is alive. She's like
refresher.
calling a refresher. What is that?
This is a soda water from Safeway. That's the
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
grocery store.
I am trying for so hard to get off soda, and I can't do it. Like I'm too addicted to diet soda. I love the flavor, and I tried.
Big Diet.
What are those? The ones that everyone drinks? They're freaking seltzer water and
Oh,
flavor.
look like
LaCroix.
LaCroix.
LaCroix. Is it LaCroix?
I don't know.
LaCroix. I call it
Yeah.
LaCroix. It's bullshit. That stuff is
Yeah.
so gross.
Somebody
Huh.
described it as if you opened a soda and then cut a piece of fruit next to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I tried a lemon and a peach one, and I was like, these are both disgusting.
It's more
Sick.
like an essence of flavor. Rather
Yeah.
than
Yeah.
It's really.
flavor.
I also think it's kind of bitter. Like it's got
It
a
is.
really
Not good.
gross
I'd rather
taste.
drink just plain soda water than a flavor.
I don't know that I've ever had plain soda water. What's the water you buy that's like carbonated? Is it
Yeah,
Perrier
soda
or
water.
whatever? Or something?
Well, this is
Is
like
Perrier
generic
carbonated?
right here, refresh.
It's just water, like
Yeah.
that they carbonate. Okay.
Yeah. Because man, I'm a big Diet Coke fiend too.
Oh, I know.
Trying to cut back.
Like I'm not kidding you. Tab has seen me do like 5 or 6 Diet Cokes at a meal.
Yeah, that's
like
me.
I can't deny it. I love it. I love the stuff.
Then I got
Today-
then
Go ahead.
they came at me with that like cherry flavor, like feisty cherry. Now I'm just like, oh my
I haven't even
god, this
seen
is
that.
it's so good. It's like cherry Diet Coke, and now I'm just when I was getting out, they pulled me back in.
If I saw
Yeah.
that, I'll tell you, I'd buy it in bulk. I haven't even seen that, or else I would have bought a ton of it.
I have to think it's coming your way, man.
I wonder what it is then, because Ryan said he also drinks 4 or 5 at restaurants. And we went to Texas Day Brazil, and they give you a bottle of Coke and like a wine glass, and you just pour your own, and that's all you get. You get a little bottle of Coke, and I was like, "What the fuck? I can't. This is like
No.
a sip to me. I need like
That's
5 of
just
these
a-
things. Line them up here."
That's just a tease.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't worry. When we go to Samba, it'll be way different.
Yeah, I got unlimited fountain drinks.
Yeah.
There's a gas station by me that did 78 cents, whatever size drink, and they had I think it was a 64 ouncer, and I would stop there after I work because it was right next to my gym. So I'd like work out and be super healthy and be like, dude, I'm so thirsty, and I'd get a gigantic Diet Mountain Dew, like the biggest Mountain Dew. It was like a half gallon of Mountain Dew, and then they stopped doing it. So now I hit up the McDonald's on the way home, and I stop there literally probably 6 days a week and get a diet soda with no ice. I mean, a Diet Coke with no ice, please. And Tab hears me order it all the time because I always call her when I'm on my way home, and I have to like, give me 1 second. I got to order my Diet Coke.
Yeah.
Diet Coke with no ice, please. I even say it the same way every time.
Yep.
$1.10. All right, thanks.
I get to hear the McDonald's girl be cranky about it.
Oh yeah, some of them are kind of weird about it. Yeah. There's a lot of teachers that have switched to Diet Coke too. They don't drink coffee anymore. A lot of teachers don't drink coffee anymore. I think coffee's kind of went on the outside. A lot of teachers don't walk around with those McDonald's Diet Cokes. The $1. You can't beat a $1 Diet Coke. You just can't beat
Yeah.
it. McDonald's probably makes more money from their Diet Cokes than anything else. Because what's the estimate? Is it like 5 cents for them, the syrup, to
Oh
make
yeah.
that Diet Coke? Like it is
Yeah.
super cheap.
Yeah, there's nothing better than a McDonald's fountain Diet Coke.
Oh, it's so
They
good.
got the fat straw that you can get like a huge drink.
Slam that thing, yeah. I'll tell you right now, the chances of me, as soon as we're done recording, driving to my McDonald's and getting a giant Diet Coke are like 100%. It's going to happen. No doubt.
Over here, like enabling you.
Yeah. Yeah. It's really my last vice. Like, I finally, and I'll admit it here, Tab, I need to own it. I finally kicked smoking. I'm on like 2 weeks that I haven't had a cigarette.
Wow,
I don't smoke a lot. I only started up again in January. And then I smoked up until a couple weeks ago, but I'm 2 weeks out now, I think.
Yeah.
I'm a stress smoker. I'm not addicted. I'm a stress smoker. So like I don't have the nicotine cravings. Like I never did. Like I've smoked on and off since like 15, where I'll smoke for like a year and then quit for like 2 years. And I'll always do it cold turkey. Like I've never really had issues with it, but when I'm stressed, that's when it gets me. And I was real stressed this year, and it finally. Oh, congratulations. Ryan's been off since 2008. That's impressive, man. Great job. And the sad thing is like, I remember when I had my first cigarette, it was out of spite because I dated a girl that smoked and she wouldn't quit. And when we broke up, I was like, fuck, I'm going to smoke too then. And I had my first cigarette. And I look back on that. I'm like, you idiot. What were you doing?
You really showed her.
Yeah, I really got her. But yeah, so I'm 2 weeks out, and I don't have any other vices. Like I'm like completely stone cold sober. I don't drink. So yeah, it's a good feeling.
Man, that's pretty good. My wife stopped smoking, and I know it's no joke, man. It's very hard.
It's what it comes down to is its routines and habits. And you know, I had a routine, and even when I smoked, I only would smoke half the cigarette, put it out, and then light it up again later. It's just I would just I'm not a heavy smoker. I only smoke like a pack a week, if that. Sometimes I go like 8-9 days on a single pack. But it's just a gross habit, and I just don't want to do it anymore. I'm 35. Like I need to kind of move on with that. I mean, I've lost like 2 uncles have died of lung cancer. I'm like, I need to not do it if that's a reason on itself. I just had a conversation with my mom. She has type 2 diabetes, and her dad, like my grandfather, like the only memories I have of him is like his feet were cut off. I remember going to visit him in the hospital, and he had lost his feet to diabetes. And I was like, Mom, if that's not reason enough, what the hell is it going to take? You've got to change your diet. You've got to stop eating bad food. Like you've just got to give it up.
That scared the shit out of me.
Oh, dude, it was gnarly. It was gnarly.
Horrifying.
And seeing him like that, it was sad because I have some memories of him. I think I was probably like 8 or 9 when he went.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how old are you? 8 or 9?
He was young, or I was young. He was an old guy, but he led a hard life, and so did my grandma. Like my parents were a real rough crew.
Yeah.
My dad's dad was in World War II, and he came back from the war and drank for 40 years straight, like nonstop drinking, like falling down and shitting himself drunk for 40 years because of the atrocities of World War II. And that's another thing where it's like, yeah, I was not going to sign up for the military when I, graduated high school because I saw what it did to him.
That's fucking gnarly.
And when I graduated was like months before 9/11 happened.
Yeah.
I graduated high school, and then 9/11 happened. I was like, well, fuck. I hope I don't get drafted. Like I was real nervous.
Yeah, man. That's gnarly.
Yeah, I remember that. Because my girlfriend was at college and she was freaking out because she thought I was going to go to war. And she's like, the country's in chaos right now. It's a scary time.
Yeah, for real. Shit.
Yeah, I remember about 2 hours of that day, and then I don't remember anything else.
I was asleep when it happened, and my mom came and woke me up, and I was like, it sounds horrible, and I'm sorry to anyone who's going to take offense to this, but I said, did anything happen in Chicago? She's like, no. I was like, all right, well, I'm going to go back to bed. That's horrible of me to say, but that was my reaction. I was like, if it happens here, like, yeah, I'm nervous, but like if we're on the coast out there. Really? Yeah. So Ryan, you must only be like 1 year behind us then, 2 years, I think, then, because we were in college our first year.
Yeah, I was in college. I was getting ready to go to my class, and I had the TV on, but I had it on mute because my roommate was sleeping, and I was just trying to watch the weather. And I thought there was a movie on. I was like, why are they showing a movie on when the news is supposed to be on? And then I saw the ticker tape at the bottom, and they were running it. And then as soon as it said the Pentagon, because at that point they thought a bomb went off in the Pentagon. As soon as they said bomb went off in the Pentagon, I immediately burst into tears.
Well,
my dad was working.
Yeah. And then Ryan, you're a lot closer. I mean, I know you're not near New York necessarily, but you're a lot closer than we are, than I was. Tab, you were in Denver at the time?
I was in Colorado. Obviously, my dad was in Washington, D.C., but
3 hours from the Pentagon, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I remember my dad telling me that one of his coworkers was coming into work, saw the smoke, and then just turned around and drove back home.
It's got a very like the song has a very Michael Myers thing going on.
Yeah.
There. You know what I mean? Like he's slowly stalking with the knife.
Well, this killer is definitely kind of a ripoff of Michael Myers.
He is. You know what he reminds me a lot of? In the way later Wet Hot American Summer, what happened to the main character?
Yeah.
Like he gained a bunch of weight, and that's exactly what he looks like with the same hair and everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Is he going over? Is he going over the edge? Is this it?
He's trying not to. I think it looks like he's like, oh, there we go. Okay.
He's going, hit him in the fingers. Are you kidding me? You've got him.
Do we know who he is or like why he's killing everyone?
No. Not that I know of. Actually, I'll admit, admittedly, my attention was not on the movie.
Same here. They could have totally done a backstory scene, and I wouldn't have probably been paying attention.
Yeah, I don't think they did.
Ryan, I have not seen Carnival of Souls. I'm pretty jazzed though.
Well, and we should talk to you guys about that because we're thinking about condensing the Patreon episodes.
Yeah, actually. Yeah, while you're on here, we'll get your guys' opinion. You guys are kind of like one of the more active ones, especially on, Bad Movie Nights.
Right. And we're thinking about condensing the Patreon episodes and doing like a couple months straight of Patreon episodes because otherwise we're getting to pick less movies.
Yeah, I know it sounds kind of weird. Like we're not upset about it, but it's like the other day we were recording Pete's episode actually, and I was thinking, I was like, we do more Patreon picks than we do our own picks, like especially when we went to every other week. So what we're thinking is doing a month of dedication. I think July we said was going to be a Patreon month, like a whole month. Oh yeah, July and August, because we can do everyone's in July and August, and then for the rest of the year we could really be open, and then any new patrons obviously would get picks, but.
Yeah.
That way it's like a month, kind of how the horror show did it. Like they did it all at once. And I don't know if they ever caught up. They had quite a few patrons.
Yeah, I'm into that.
Ryan, are you cool with that too?
Okay.
Ryan says it's our show. He's up for whatever. I mean, and the funny thing is that some of the Patreon picks, I would say all of them have been excellent episodes. Like I'm always blown away with how good they are. But it leaves us open to do more of our like Universal Monsters gets pushed way out.
Yeah.
What are some other ones, Tab? We've had some really solid ideas that we just cannot do this year.
Well, the Guillermo del Toro episode got pushed back. We talked about doing like a sexually transmitted disease episode where we do It Follows and Shivers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we can't.
Awesome,
we are literally booked out through 2018. We're done. Yeah. We've already got the whole year.
Well, and we're already booked into 2019.
Yeah,
too.
we've actually started planning 2019 episodes.
I'm with Ryan. I think you guys should just like dictate your format. It's your show, and it's always been good.
And then your opinions. And then Andrea messaged me too, and I'll see what she says. What do you guys think? Like, do you like the Patreon picks for pretty much? I mean, they're really just. The only difference between us picking and Patreon people picking is not much because usually you guys pick really solid themes.
Yeah,
like,
and
both of you especially picked excellent themes.
And everybody picks on a theme too. We haven't had anybody just pick like two random movies.
Yeah. I love them. So
we did get whiplash from Pete's episode though, because it was two polar opposites of Ozploitation, but it was great. It still fit. But like, I mean, Max, you've seen them both. Those movies could not be more different.
Yeah, absolutely. Those were totally two opposite ends of the spectrum, big time. But somehow it works.
Yeah, yeah.
Shit, hold on. I got a pizza in the oven.
Oh, yeah.
Go for it, man.
Is Andrea just messaging you on Twitter or?
Yeah. Is anyone on the YouTube channel? I'm surprised she's not on there.
I can see that there's a viewer, but she hasn't been talking in
Oh,
chat.
I gotcha. Ryan, I'm going to open up this YouTube link and check this out while the credits are playing, if that's okay. Oh, I got to listen to it. Wait, all right, let me finish the credits and then I'll listen to it because it's audio. When you said it was Lily and Darkness, I thought it was like a video at first, but it's like their dialogue. Ryan, I bet there are people that have like 3 or 4 episodes that they've had in the bank that are like they're hanging on to.
Yeah, Armando put his episode for 2019 in already.
What are you thinking? Like the anticipation's killing me. I want to know what he's going to say. What did he, Tam, you could probably answer this. What did Ryan put with Carnival of Souls? What else are we watching?
It's a couple of Twilight Zone episodes.
Oh, that's right. Kronos
Nice.
and Blade 2. Blade 2, I will say, those vampires blew my mind when I first saw it. And I saw that. I might have seen Blade 2 in theaters, actually. That's the one. Tam, have you seen the Blade movies?
I've seen the first 2. I've never seen the third one.
Okay, that second one, so we can all talk about it. That face thing, that was nuts. I had not seen something like that before. That was the first time, and it's been repeated since then. Like people have done that vampire effect since then.
Yeah, and it's funny because
Go ahead.
that's Norman Reedus before he got like really big on the Walking Dead.
Oh yeah, he was like Whistler's betrayer, right? He betrayed Whistler.
Yeah, he was like his right hand guy, and then he's like the bad guy at the end, right?
I remember that. That movie's solid. That Blade movies, actually, I say that. I don't know if the Blade movies hold up at all. Kronos, I haven't seen.
Kronos is great.
Let's look up Kronos.
Yeah. And
so
that was
good.
part of the set that Ryan got you. So you already have that one.
That a Del Toro?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit, yeah. Actually, I have that. Oh no, I moved it to with all my other criterions. The only thing that's left out for the birthday stuff is Tommy's the Shocker. I have that out right now. That's on my table there from when I took the picture of it. Who's in Kronos? I'm looking through it right now. Oh, it's
I think it's a Spanish
Ron
language
Perlman's
cast.
in there.
Oh, that's right. Ron Perlman is in that one.
It's funny when you look at people who like this also like Mimic. I would not be opposed to doing Mimic. I remember the first Mimic being pretty solid, actually.
Yeah.
That's Guillermo del Toro as well.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
His range is so crazy when you think about it. Like,
Yeah.
he's like from Pacific Rim to Kronos. I mean, his range is nuts. Pan's Labyrinth. I mean,
Yeah.
he does all kinds of shit.
He's so passionate about film.
He
And you
is,
listen
man.
to him talk, and he is just incredibly eloquent.
I haven't
At
seen
all
Devil's
times.
Backbone yet. Ryan brought up Devil's Backbone. I haven't seen that yet. I'm saving that one to watch when we do the episode.
Yeah, we're doing Devil's
Dude.
Backbone with Crimson Peak.
I just got a chill when I heard Devil's Backbone because
It's-
that movie is so good.
We want to get Ed. We've talked about Ed a lot on the podcast. He used to do the Are You Afraid of the Dark podcast, and he was on Girls in the Back Row a couple times, right?
Right, and we did the 2 episodes of 24 Frames a Second that we did.
Yeah. We want to get Ed to join us for the Del Toro episode.
There's nobody that loves Guillermo del Toro more than
Yeah,
Ed. So
Yeah. And that guy is very well spoken. Like I would love
So
to have him
smart.
on the show. Yeah.
That'd be cool. I saw this great YouTube video of tour of Guillermo del Toro's house, and he's just got some
Oh yeah, I
amazing
did see that too.
set pieces, and he's just a movie fanatic like
Yeah.
us, you know?
Yeah. He is. He's like us, but he got to make movies.
But he got
Listening
make
to
movies.
like
As a
he
very
does a
talented-
commentary on Pacific Rim.
Yeah.
And like you can just tell he loves it. And I listened to that. I swear I listened to it for him to say, yeah, I really like Neon Genesis Evangelion. He didn't say it. He didn't acknowledge that. But my God, is that movie exactly like Neon Genesis Evangelion?
Yeah. There's no doubt there was the influence was there, man.
yeah,
It is Ava. You're right. Ryan's right. It is Ava. They link in with their nerves. The only thing is that they don't feel the pain, but they look like they hurt. Like when the arm got ripped off, it looked like it hurt.
They feel the pain, man. They get
Yes.
jacked up.
Yes. The only difference is that they weren't aliens. They weren't from another or outer space. They were more from like another dimension. Yeah. Did anybody see the sequel? I heard it was awful. I heard it was very bad.
I was so bummed.
Oh yeah, and everyone had such high expectations for it. I think is what like the same response I heard. I was Joe and Drew actually, and they said they were bummed. Like they really wanted it to be good, and and then Joe actually said that he liked Rampage a lot better. He said Rampage was just a lot more fun.
Dude, so much. And
I didn't get to see Rampage.
Other than the dude from Star Wars, I could not get behind the characters in the new Pacific Rim. I couldn't get behind them at all. But whatever. Rampage is awesome.
How could it be bad watching giant monsters duke it out in a city? And I heard like the last like good 20-30 minutes is like Rampage the game. It's just destruction, just pure destruction, giant creatures and stuff like that.
That's so cool.
All right. I'll be up in just a minute.
Yeah, we're wrapping up. What else do we got? What else is going on with you guys? Anything that you're up to?
No, I'm going fishing this weekend.
Cool.
Yeah, it's Memorial Day weekend. What's everyone doing?
Yeah.
I'm not doing anything. I'm playing Warhammer. I'm doing that.
Nice.
Warhammer Quest actually is what we're playing. Warhammer Quest is a game that came out in 1996, and it's so fucking hard. It's so brutal and punishing. Like every character you make dies, and it's so horrible, and it's so hard. But we love it. We're gluttons for punishment. We can't. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. Ryan's going to Chesapeake Bay. Yeah.
Nice.
Tab's going to play some Final Fantasy 14.
Yes, on Monday.
You got to download it though. It takes a while to download. It's a pretty beefy game.
I have to download it. I have to figure out what I'm going to be. I had all that picked out, and I must. Well,
yes, but it's been, and that's the point. Like I made that tweet today because yes, we said we were going to do that. Like when we first started the show, like I made that promise to you that we were going to play that. I think
was when we were talking.
So
about
it's been ridiculously long since I see Ryan. You're not the only one that I make these promises to and don't pay off. I'm so bad about that. The thing is, I always bite off more than I can chew. That's what it is. I literally, I always want to do these things, but I'm the very like, I got a million projects going on and none get any progress because I'll do like a little bit of one of each of them. I just need to pick one and go with it. Like I could probably watch Cowboy Bebop in a weekend, right? I think it's like 14 episodes, or is it more than that? It's like 18, 19? 26. Okay. I mean, but they're 22-minute episodes. I've watched Evangelion in a day, so I'm pretty sure I can watch those. I got to get Tab to watch Evangelion. Like she's got to watch it.
I've seen it before, but it's been a really long time.
Yes. And with the rebuilds, we got to watch the rebuilds of Evangelion.
Okay. Yeah.
So there's a lot that I've got to do. I got to do it. But this summer is going to be the summer of accomplishing things. Plus doing some editing, Tab.
I don't. If you want to, you don't have to. He's saying that because I wore myself out. Over the last couple of weeks.
It's been burning the wick at both ends.
I just crashed. Like it wasn't that I was doing anything extra. I was just like everything that I had been doing up to that point. I was just like, oh no.
I fell asleep at freaking like 8:45 yesterday. I was so tired. I fell asleep watching. What was I watching? Alone. They're doing a new season of Alone on the History Channel.
Shit, man. Well, don't kill yourselves, you guys.
Well, once school is out for me, pure hedonism for 2 solid months. Like I don't have anything to do. I didn't even take my summer job this year. Like as far as I heard, I mean, they might offer it to me. I haven't been offered. I don't really care that much. I don't need the money. So it's like I literally can do whatever I want. And so that's why I threw out there about Final Fantasy, because I'll have the time to do that and watch hours of shows and play freaking Overwatch for hours until my eyes fall out. Overwatch has an event going on right now. I'm gonna go get a Diet Coke and we'll play some Overwatch. That's what I'm gonna do tonight.
Sounds good.
Oh my God.
All
right, guys. Yeah, as always, everyone have a great Memorial Day weekend. Legit.
Take care, guys.
Represent the Monster Kids well. Yeah.
Yeah. Good times.
All right. Take it easy, guys. Max, Ryan, take it easy, man.